Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Out and about on an absolutely beautiful September day. It's about the 18th of September, something like that. And it's going to be a 23, 24 degree day today. Blue skies, absolutely beautiful. Too good to not come out on a bike. Anyway, this video, it's all about the Panigale V2. Brand new for 2020. A beautiful, beautiful sports bike. Used to be what's known as mid-range, but of course, it's almost a litre bike now. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to tell you the top 5 things that I love about this bike. So if you're interested in the Panigale V2, stick around and stay tuned. Okay, so just to put my cards on the table in case you haven't been to the channel before, I'm a bit of a Panigale fan. I own myself, let's go this way, a Panigale, an 899. So I'm a bit biased, I do like this bike anyway. This particular bike, the V2, as I say, came out in 2020 to replace the 959 that itself replaced the 899 that I have. All sorts of improvements made. If you haven't seen my first impressions review of this bike, go and check that video out. I'll put a link in the corner somewhere for that one. And in that I'll go through the specs and all that sort of thing. But since then I've had this bike for a couple of weeks, I've been riding the pants off it. And just really been trying to get to grips with the things that I love about the bike. So that's what this video is all about. So number 5 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the Panigale V2 is, well, let me see if I can demonstrate. Let's just come slow down a little bit. Here we go, now listen. I was changing down the box with the quick shifter. If I go up again, here we go, up through the box. The quick shifter on here is just sublime. I absolutely love it. Slow down a little bit, there we go. Up and down the box, whether the engine is under load or not, the quick shifter on here is absolutely beautiful. Now I've got the quick shifter on my 899, it's up only on that, so one of the improvements they had for this bike over that is it goes up and down. But it just works beautifully, it's really smooth, it's one of the better quick shifters I've ever used. So that's number 5 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the V2. It's silky smooth quick shifter, absolute pleasure to use. Doesn't feel like you're graunching gears, doesn't feel like the engine's complaining when you use it. It's just a nice thing, so there we go, that's the first thing on my top 5. Oh, lovely warm rose, what a beauty cornering on this is. Cracking machine, and as much as I love my 899, this really has got so many improvements over that. I'm going to be making a video actually, or I may have already put it up, I don't know, depends when this one goes up, comparing my 899 with the V2. So if you're in two minds whether to go second hand or whether to save up your pennies and go for something like this, then look out for that video. And I guess the difference is, there's all sorts of differences between the bikes, notably its looks and the electronics package, I guess are the big things. But if you buy a brand new V2, you're looking at sort of 15, 16 grand, depending on your spec. If you buy a second hand 899, you're looking probably at 8, 9 grand, so big saving. Anyway, that's for another video. In the meantime, back to my top 5 things I love about the V2. Wait for it. Okay, don't then. What is it about bikes and roundabouts? Outrageous. You couldn't have a brighter bike. Bright red. I've got a jacket with white bits in it. Still I don't get seen, I don't know. You've got to treat roundabouts as if you're invisible, you really do. I just had a feeling that Porsche was going to do that. Talking to my kit, by the way, if you're interested in the kit that I'm wearing, helmet, etc., stick around and stay tuned to the very end of the video. I'll do my now infamous fashion segment, and I'll talk you through all the bits of kit that I'm wearing. Put some links below to those as well, because often people ask me what was that jacket or whatever you're wearing, so I'll let you know. That'll be after the sort of credits at the end if you're interested. Anyway, back to my top 5. So, just coming in now to the lovely Bucks town of Wendover, and the reason why I'm coming through here is because I want to show you the next thing on my list, number 4 on my list. And that is, again, something that's particularly good on the V2, and it was also something I found was good on its big brother, the V4, when I borrowed one of those last year. And that is its slow speed handling, out of the box, so to speak. In the olden days, big Ducati V2s, or big V-twins I should say, Ducati, had a bit of a reputation to be animals at slow speed. My 899 is no exception. Here I am, but riding along, I'm in 3rd gear at 29 miles an hour, and it is as smooth as you like, absolutely no complaints, there's no judder or jumping around, doesn't feel like you're riding a jackhammer. Which if I was on my 899 out of the box, it would feel a bit like that, and I probably wouldn't be doing it in third gear. I'd probably have to be in first. One of the things I have noticed actually in my 899, I rarely get beyond third gear on it. On this, I found myself floating around in fourth occasionally, so the gearings may be slightly different, but certainly the engine behaves a little bit more at slower or lower revs. The slow speed handling, as you can see here, I mean, I was hoping I was going to get in a bit of traffic, but it's kind of a Tuesday morning or something, people are at work. And it's actually pretty quiet as the whole COVID thing starts to kick off again, it seems. Let's hope we don't go into a full lockdown again. By the time you watch this, you'll know what happened. Hello. But yeah, through here, look, second gear now, 16 miles an hour, no judder, no jerkiness. Really beautiful. So that's number 4 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the V2 Panigale. The slow speed handling is just perfect out of the box. Love it. Oh, found a bit of traffic. People making the most of the last bit of the summer sunshine. I suppose technically it's autumn now. It is a beautiful day though. Crikey, loads of motorcyclists coming down here. On a little bit of a ride up. Hello chaps, hello, nobody's waving, hello, no, not waving, hello, hello, nodding and waving to all of them, not one nodded or waved back. What is that about? I don't know, I don't normally have that problem on sports bikes, and people mostly like Panigales and people usually wave at me. But they were a particularly miserable bunch. What's that all about? A bit of public information announcement. If you're on a bike and you see somebody wave or nod at you, or even nod back, regardless of what they're riding, whether it's a Harley Davidson, a BMW GS or a scooter or a sports bike, doesn't matter, give them a wave. We're all bikers. What's up with you people? Anyway, whinge over. Alright, and let's get to number 3 on my list, which may be a little bit difficult to demonstrate to you, but I shall endeavour to do so in a moment. So number 3 on my list are the top 5 things I love about the bike. Very aware that I'm in a 40 zone, so I can't go thrashing the bike, so it's going to be difficult to demonstrate this to you, but there's nothing behind me. Let's come down into first gear. So the next thing on my list is the sound of this V2. Here we go, let's just accelerate up to 40. There we go, quickly slow down again. Hopefully you got a feel for that, or you heard it a little bit through the mic on in the helmet cam. I hope you can see and hear me, by the way, alright. I'm using this the GoPro here, look, on the mirror, and I have got it attached with some cable ties, so I don't get people saying, oh, learn your lesson, it fell off last time you did that, which it did once when I was riding my Speed Twin. Anyway, securely attached, so I'm not going to lose it this time. But these mirrors waggle about like you wouldn't believe, and as is this camera, so if that stabilisation is making a usable picture out of this, I should be amazed. Just shows how good the GoPros are. Anyway, yeah, so number 3 on my list then, the sound of the V2, absolutely love it. You do have to wind it up a bit to get the best out of it. It changes its character. When you're cruising along slowly, here I am at 36 miles an hour in 4th, and it's just purring along, humming along lovely, nothing wrong with that at all. But once you wind her up over about 7,000 RPM, she barks into life and becomes a different sort of a beast as far as the sound is concerned. Absolutely love that about it. One of the things I didn't like actually about its bigger brother, the V4, when I rode that, is the sound of that wasn't so good. They made that sound a bit more like a V-twin, but it didn't sound as good, I didn't think, as my 899. Or indeed this V2. So I was curious that. This has got the standard pipes on it, by the way. People say it's very, very loud. And I suppose it is quite loud as road legal bikes and road legal exhausts go. But I have to say, it's nowhere near as loud as my 899. Coming to 30 now, that brilliant quick shifter again. So there we are, that's number 3 on my list. The top 5 things I love about the bike. That's the noise that the V2 makes. Tremendous. Okay, getting to the more serious stuff now. Up to number 2 on my list. Top 5 things I love about the V2. And that is something that holds true for all Panigales. Cut straight to the chase. The second favourite thing about this bike is its looks. Now they have changed its looks big time for the V2. They brought it more in line with the current V4. The fairings have got a bit more sort of bulbous on the front. The lights are slightly different. They've got an air intake at the front. The rear as well has been restyled. The lights at the back are slightly different. In fact, all the fairings are different. It just looks a bit more, to my eyes, bloated than the original Panigales, and I've said it many times before, and it's obviously it's a matter of personal preference, but I prefer how the original Panigales looked over this. So I understand why Ducati have done it, to keep the sort of family resemblance going through the line, and maybe it's just to make it look a bit different to the bikes that have become before, the 959, etc. So I don't like it as much as the old Panigale. All that said, it is still a stunning looking bike. It's a beautiful quality machine. I mean, it is a bit of exotica. This is a great entry point into Italian exotica. Part of the joy of ownership of my 899 is the fact that it's a Ducati and it's beautiful to look at. In fact, that's probably the biggest thing that I love about it. And the V2, well, it doesn't quite look as nice as my 899. It's still a beautiful, beautiful bike. Panigales are lovely things to look at. Coming into a national speed limit, excellent. I've got much opportunity to overtake these cars. Bit of a row of them as well, how annoying. The scourge of the southeast. Alrighty, on to number one then. What's the top thing that I love about the V2? The thing that stood out to me over the 2 weeks that I've been riding it. Well, normally with Ducatis it's things like looks, but that was number two. But in this case, the V2, it has to be just, it's so easy to ride. I hinted at it in the slow speed riding, but when you're got a bit of a hop on as well, when you're winding her up, it just flatters your riding. The electronics package on this is so good now. That's one of the other big upgrades. It just looks after you when you ride it, and it's just really, really easy to ride. Puts a big grin on your face. That's always the most important thing about a motorcycle, isn't it? And I just love that you can now ride a big Ducati V-twin sports bike, and it's easy to ride. What is that all about? This and the V4 are definitely the easiest Ducatis I've ever ridden. They look like beasts, and they are beasts. Don't be fooled. Just because they're easy to ride doesn't mean to say they're not absolute beasts. But that is a brilliant thing. You no longer have to suffer, you know, bad gearboxes, hideous ride quality, feeling that it's going to kill you at any moment. Which I'm sure it still could. You've got to treat it with respect. But it does flatter your riding, it does put a big grin on your face. That's got to be the most important thing, isn't it? So that's number one on my list, the top 5 things I love about the Ducati Panigale V2 for 2020. Easy to ride, love it for that. Right, well, am I going to have a chance to overtake these two, or what? Don't know. I might actually turn off myself so I can go and film my little fashion segment for you on a pulling up here. I think I'll do that. Alright, anyway, that's it for my top 5 things I love about the bike. I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, if you've not been to the channel before, I've got loads of videos on the channel about the Panigale and the V2. Do go and check those out. It's a tight turn. One of the things I don't like is it's got a naff turning circle on here. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, it'd be great to hit the subscribe button. That way I can see you next time. Well, that's it for now. Don't forget the fashion segment after the credits, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been... Can he open the visor? Yes, he can. This has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio. Alrighty then, fashion segment time. Let's talk you through the stuff that I was wearing during this review, because people often ask me, what was that jacket or helmet or whatever that you're wearing, and I end up answering loads of comments, so I'll let you know what it was about. I've written some details down about each of the items I was wearing. I can just undo that. Right, first up, helmet then. It's my HJC, I call it a Rafa 11. It's actually RPHA 11. I've had this for about 4 years. It's really lightweight. I think it looks cool. Feels super premium. Fits well, super comfortable. This one I think is what they call the Cal Crutchlow, or the nearest one you can get to this these days is the Cal Crutchlow colourway. That one's quite expensive actually, $479.99. But if you want the cheapest colour, then if you have a look on sportsbike.com, I'll put a link below, $249.99. I just find it a very, very comfortable helmet. It's one of my 3 go-to helmets that I wear. I think it looks cool, and yeah, it just feels like a premium helmet. So if you can get one for 250 quid, I heartily recommend it to the house. It's also quite handy for vlogging. You can see my camera mounted on there as well. Alright, that was the helmet. Neck buff. This is from my own website, www.themrfly.com, as is my base layer. This is my blue one. I've got blue and black of these. The base layer is 15 quid from the website, and the neck buff, which doubles up as a handy COVID face mask, is 8 quid. So go and check those out if you're interested. Right, next up, this jacket. You've probably not seen me wearing this very often. I've had this for about 7 years. It's from Alpenstars, as you can probably see.
and it's called their GP Pro jacket. The reason why you don't see me wearing this very often is I've lost quite a lot of weight over that time, and this is now quite big for me. So it's a little bit big, but I do like it. It's got a sort of a hump on the back. I'll see if I can show you. Hang on, do that. See the hump there? So it's got a sort of a racing hump. It's got all the, you know, the right skiddy bits on it. So if you're on a powerful bike like the Panigale, then I do like to wear leathers if I possibly can. I do need to get myself some more sorted out though, as I say, because mine are all, I think I've got 3 sets of leathers and they're all too big for me now anyway. So this is the Alpenstars jacket. Cost wise, $399.99 when I looked it up on Sports Bike Shop. Once again, as I say, links below to the jacket if you're interested. Working down, jeans. Here we go. You've seen these many times before. These are my Oxford original approved single layer jeans. I was going to wear the matching leather trousers, but they were so big for me. I couldn't wear them. So I put these on because I feel quite safe in these, even though they're just touring jeans effectively. But they have got proper knee and hip armour in them. And these come in at something like, I think, about 120 quid. So an absolute bargain for riding jeans. I'm a massive fan of the Oxford jeans. You will have seen me talking about these loads and loads. And then working my way down, last but not least, the boots. These are again from Alpenstars. These ones, again, I'm not sure you can actually get this sort anymore. I've had these a very long time. I think the ones that are most similar are called the Faster 3 Ride Knit shoes, and they are about 126 quid if you have a look on Sports Bike Shop. Again, I'll put a link below. And all those links below at Sports Bike Shop, for full disclosure, they are what are called affiliate links. So if you click on those links, I get a little quick kickback for the channel at no extra cost for you. And ignoring all that anyway, I find Sports Bike Shop are absolutely brilliant in terms of delivery service and pricing. So if you're new and you've never been to Sports Bike Shop before, click those links below and check them out. They're absolutely a great supplier. They don't pay me to say anything good about them. I know nothing about them. I have no contact with them, except they're pretty good. All right, so that's it for Kit Corner. Anything else to tell you? Oh, gloves. I didn't mention the gloves. These are my Vice summer gloves. Again, unfortunately, I didn't look these up. Don't know how much they cost. I've been, again, had these for absolutely years. They feel really protected. They've got nice knuckle guards. I will look them up and I'll see if I can put a link to these as well. And they've got a bit of ventilation on a hot day like today. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, like those as well. All right, that's it for this time. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Till then, I've already done that bit, haven't I? All right, see you soon. Cheers.